I'm a couple of glasses in because I just need to, chill before we start. On the Solus Albarino, on the back, it says, or is it on the front? It says suitable for vegans. And can you just, and I don't know, does the Viognier also say that? And what's your definition of suitable for?
So some wines in the past were made by fining with things like fish. I'm not exactly which part of the fish, or
it was the bones.
Fish bones, I think ground up fish bones. Or some, or even they use like bull's blood or something like that to fine the wines. And basically we have now a different alternative to fine our wines. So no animal products are used in the making of the wines. I mean, technically, if you want to say, like, obviously wine is made from grapes, so it's vegan friendly, but some techniques are not vegan friendly in that they use animal products in the production of wines, and we've eliminated that, so our wines are vegan friendly.
So on a slightly more serious note, throughout all of the wine tastings that we've had, and to play to Rachel's heart too, we very often end up discussing biodiversity, and not that it's a massive it's a massive part in the wine that I drink, although Peter had some interesting observations around using chemicals on ground within South Africa, and I understand that because it's very dry and sometimes it's required. But in Western Europe, where we have more rain, I do wonder how much biodiversity plays within wine producers, and whether or not it's a real consideration or whether or not it's sometimes just a marketing ploy.
James, you confused biodiversity with biodynamic.
Beg your pardon, Rachel. Quite right. Yes, I do apologise. You spot on the money. Biodynamic. So burying cow horns in the corner of the vineyard.
We're not biodynamic. It's a theory. It's a very popular theory. A lot of it is based on. It's not scientific. So, somebody decided it'd be a good idea to bury a cow horn at a certain time in the growing season. I mean, for sure, anyone who works on the land, so farmers in the UK or Ireland or whoever, everyone knows that the moon has cycles that affects an awful lot of things, including ourselves. And so, some of the aspects of biodynamics are, we would say, just good sense. And some of them we would say are marketing. There's a lot of different levels to it. So there's organic certification, sustainability, which we've very much bought into. I would say that a good winemaker in the south of France should pay very close attention to what is going on in his vineyard, to the weather patterns, to earlier harvest dates. So we're harvesting earlier and earlier every year. So there is something going on. Our biggest concern right now is harvesting water and keeping the vineyard in balance over the year. So we do a lot of things in the vineyards to make sure that our grapes grow in a healthy way, and that would include minimizing chemical treatments. So we're very much against using chemicals to try and fight against nature, because you'll always lose.
So that's really, sorry Rachel, really quickly, that's really interesting, because from a in the UK, we've got plenty of water, and in Ireland too. So you can turn the crops over, you can chuck a load of manure on the land, you can do, and I studied agriculture at uni, and I understand soil chemistry. So I get the whole physiology around supporting microorganisms in the earth and all of that kind of good stuff.
Your earth alive, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really get within South Africa, where water may be really, really short, that actually turning the ground over frequently is going to destroy soil structure, and you're going to lose water. And it's possibly better to use some chemicals to maintain weeds than it is to turn the ground over. And you've made an interesting point there. Do you feel, you've just mentioned water management, is that something that you've mentioned that you're now really actively concentrating on that? dare I bring up the term climate change? Is that something that you feel is affecting wine production?
Oh, completely. Yeah. There's no doubt in our minds that, that has been a big factor in the last 20 years. And it means we have a different harvest every year. Very unpredictable, So what we've done is we've actually built a lake on our property to harvest water during the winter. It took 5 years to get planning permission and permission from the state, literally 5 years, to dig a hole. No, a glorified hole. But it does rain here, but it rains mostly in the wintertime. And what we want to do is keep the vineyards in balance. So if we harvest the water in the winter, sometimes in 3 or 4 days, we'll have massive storms here and we'll fill the lake. It's 500 million litres. It's massive. And then we'll have it all throughout the growing season. We'll just give tiny drops to the vineyard. You don't want to give it too much water. You don't want to give it too much vigor, because you're trying to keep it in balance and allow the grapes to ripen gently and slowly and get enough sun, not too much. But water management for us is a huge investment, and it's a huge risk for the future. If we don't do that and we don't invest, we're not going to be able to produce the likes of the Viognier that you tasted down here. It's just going to get too hot. The grapes will ripen too quickly. They'll literally shrivel on the vine, and you're getting overripe, high alcohol, not the kind of wines people want to drink.
Someone earlier mentioned the weight of the bottle. And one of the wineries, Mark.
Francis Robinson.
Yeah.
One of them, Dennis. So when we were in New Zealand, Yeelands, one of the big sustainable wineries there, has shifted to PET, so like plastic bottles, because they're lighter, but also because they can make them out of plant proteins. Neasa, like France, very traditional, very heavy bottles, traditionally, again. Weight has always equated to quality. What's the view on, like bottling in plastic, or in not plastic, but like PET, sustainable, materials that aren't glass?
We would not go for, because we like our wines to age potentially, or to have the potential to age. And PET, the lifespan is about 9 months to a year. You've got to drink the wine before then, otherwise it's gone. But we're very open. We're actually looking at a project to put wine in cans, dare I say it. So putting wine in cans for people who are on the go, for people who are on their own, but really high quality wines. I know there's a really interesting project. I'm not part of it, but in the UK as well, to put wines in bag in the box, but really nice wines in bag in the box. So that's like a bag.
I've got some experience of that, and so for me, that bag in the box is I have a really good. Let me go back. 85% or more of the world's annual production of wine is consumed within a year of production. So we're talking about mass wines. So PET and bag in the box and all those things is great for wines intended to be drunk young, as most of them are. But when you're looking at wines, and I'm thinking about certainly the two reds that we tasted, or the reds we tasted tonight, and actually I also dare say the white wine that we've tasted tonight, which will age and it'll age beautifully. Those are not wines which you can put into PET or bag in the box, because they will age, and they'll age beautifully, but they'll age in bottle, and the bottle is the thing that holds them, and it's the cork. In case of the red wines, which allows
let's stop him at the cork.
I want to talk about corks.
Just for a straw poll, though, I've got your gallery view, so I can see all of your faces. I want to know whether people are interested in sustainability or not interested in sustainability. So give me and then we'll be able to work out whether we let James.
I'm interested in Mark carrying on.
If Mark left this channel open, we could just carry on chatting for the rest of the evening.
Hello, Mark and Rita from the Real Wine Company here.
Hope you enjoyed the video.
And if you did, well, we hope you did, what you've got to do, you've got to like it.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, so you just press the subscribe button, which gets more subscribers.
Like.
And like it.
And comment.
And leave a comment or something. That'd be great. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.